Yo, shout out to my boy Nelson. Let's go. Turn it up. He doing it fast. Yo, shout out to my boy Nelson. Let's go. Turn it up. He doing it fast.
Welcome to the Nelson Lopez Jr. show with the one, the only, the incomparable Mr. Nelson Lopez Jr. Boss, how you doing tonight?
Feeling good, man. I mean, great year, great start of the year. A lot of good news, a lot of good adjustments. Fighters are excited. The DM is crazy. People are like, yo, get me a fight. It's time to fight. Make some money. Christmas killed me. So, everybody's eager to start the year off, take out the gate running.
So you have a fantastic show lined up for the fans and everybody tonight. You have Bryce Hall and, of course, Chris Lytle, man. A fantastic lineup to start the second show of the year, man.
Thank you, man. Hey, man, that's all you, man. You lining them up, man.
No. That's all you. It's easy when you on the line saying it's the Nelson Lopez Jr. show. It's easy. It's easy. I mean, you've put in the work. You've made the relationships. Here we are.
It's two interesting individuals. What a different, What a different kind of like from one side of the spectrum to the other, from raw fighter, like coming from the didn't reap the benefits of the UFC money when there was money, you know what I mean? Like, and now commentator, expert, teaching striking seminars to Bryce, building that fan page, building that fan base, loyal.
I mean, an unbelievable, a worldwide celebrity, a new age, new media celebrity. Speaking of, bringing to the stage Mr. Nelson Lopez Jr. show, the one and only Bryce Hall.
Yes, sir. You ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bryce Hall. You know what? When I was thinking about introducing you, why don't we have a nick? What? How come not? You don't want a nickname or something? For your fight name?
Be Hizzy.
Be what?
Be Hizzy. It's like I named myself on here. Be Hizzy.
Okay, Be Hizzy. Done. Be Hizzy. I did look up some stuff.
Can the people see like Be Hizzy? Is that like what my name is on here?
Let me see.
We can make that happen, Mr. Producer Man. Be Hizzy is the name for Bryce.
Get the correct spelling too. Be Hizzy, please.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls to the evening, coming to the Nelson Lopez Jr. show, Knuckletown, Mr. Bryce B. Hizzy Hall.
Let's go. I like that.
Right,
I like
cool.
that. That's gonna be the next one. That's gonna be the next time someone introduces me for the walkout. I need that.
Hey, so a lot of people know Bryce Hall as the YouTuber, the TikTok dancer, all of that good stuff. But you know what? A lot of people don't really take in consideration that you're an entrepreneur, man. You're a businessman, and that's cool about you. And I learned that about you. I see how you move. You turn it on, you turn it off, and that's the way it is. It's time when you're in a serious meeting. It's business, and when it's time to turn it on. For the fans, because that's who you are, and you really do give them the real Bryce Hall. I see that you are who you are, and that's awesome to be that original and that just genuine. Who you are, and take it or leave it, and I respect that.
The best kind of influencers are the most authentic versions.
Cool. I'm learning. So other than your relationships, with just the brand, the companies, you're wanting to fight. What just made you just say, you know what, I'm jumping in there, I'm doing this, and not only let me just do a boxing fight. And I've been at your fights, I've been at some of your boxing matches, but to take that step into bare knuckle, like why?
I saw it on TikTok. I saw it on Instagram Reels one time, and I told my manager I wanted to try it, so I
And
tried it.
And you're doing it. You're doing it again. And
I was supposed to do it actually in less than 2 weeks.
Man, it was that close already. That's crazy.
Or 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah, my bad.
What's your weight look like right now? Honestly,
187.
You were like, when a fight get canceled, you get mad, but then you kind of happy.
Oh, I got a boat today. Like we had like a few drinks. I made a video kind of like thanking Kimbo. It's great. Great. Now I my announcement, like it's always great to like finish the fight and like the outcome that I was portraying in my head, I was gonna celebrate regardless.
Right.
But this one where I don't even have to get punched in the face, it's like I get a little sip of tequila. It was great. I got to spend it with my girlfriend. We were vibing.
Who are you training with? Is that a secret?
I was training with the Vargas brothers.
Oh, that's right. I did see you with the Vargas brothers.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Those kids are really blowing up too. They're really talented. I mean,
they're great.
Lolo, I think people would be surprised that Be Easy's a legit badass. Like he's a badass and he wants to prove it. I mean, you jumped in there with Guillermo Perez, man.
Look, I'm not just. I mean, look, for the fight of just training and getting ready. I know he's an athlete, you know. And actually, I did mitts with him and boxer, wrapped his hand a couple times, and I've seen him develop. And he's capable. He's capable. He did the first one. He was going to do really good on this one, and I think that little by little is going to go. It's just going to grow. It's going to get bigger and bigger.
Eventually, I'm just coming for that belt. You know what I mean?
Like
I'm coming
shit!
Listen, I'm telling you. I know you're saying it playing, but it's something. See how this drew you? That happens after you beat another person up and another person up, and then you're like,
what do I do if like I get the BKFC belt? Like what do I do?
Wow.
You call out you know who you call out at 185.
Platinum P.
Never. I don't know how much you would have to pay me to fight Lorenzo. I've trained with that guy.
No.
No. Lorenzo won't be it.
Huh?
That'd be funny, man. I don't know.
What blind head were you speaking of there, Mr. Nelson Lopez Jr.?
We call out Jake to do bare-knuckle.
Oh, Jake. Oh, absolutely. Call out Jake to do bare-knuckle. Wow.
I don't know if he'll get down to 85 ever again.
I don't think so.
Jake Paul? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. Tell him to come.
No, that guy is 235 pounds.
I know. They showed a video of him training right now. He looks, man.
Bro, he's no one is, dude. Nobody talks about it. But this guy's 6'3", 235 pounds is like what he fought Mike Tyson at. He walks around at
No, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. He is just thigh. He's a big boy.
Yeah, no, people don't take that into account.
What you got planned? What you got coming up? Anything? Any other events?
Yeah, actually, at the end of this month, my movie with 50 Cent premieres at Sundance, the film festival.
Oh, what day is that?
January 22nd or 29th? I don't know. It's.
I'll find out.
Yeah, it's a Brad thing, a Brad question, but it's at the end of this month.
That's cool, man. So now time off. You're going to Philly. You'll be hanging out. Now you really do hanging out.
Well, I'm gonna go to Philly still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was there any other choices for fights, like any other guys that other than Slice, or was that just?
No, that was supposed to be the guy. But next time it's like if we do reschedule this whole thing, which I do want to, there's got to be repercussions for a pull-out clause. Like I feel like he has to pay me, or he has to, like, you know, post himself naked or something. I don't know. We have to think of some clause where there has to be a repercussion for pulling out so close to the fight, especially after paying all your trainers and getting
and travel and everything.
Yeah, like everything was already situated. It's gotta, like, there has to be some sort of repercussions for a reschedule if we are to reschedule. But I do kind of want that reschedule.
Hey, so you're working on a movie. Are you working on any other movies?
Yeah, we're supposed to be. I don't know. It's like they keep booking me for some like serious roles, but I'm supposed to, I want to do comedy. I like comedy. It's my
Oh, why don't you do it? You should do a fight movie, a boxer movie.
Oh my God, yeah. Wait, who did the last one? Mark Wahlberg?
Dude, you should do let's pick a BKFC fighter,
Oh
and
my God,
you
it needs to be a BKFC movie.
heck yeah, and you run as the fighter. Hey, look, we got it right here. We put it together. We got people. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, you hear that? Okay, Ryan Kavanaugh, if you're listening to that,
Let's make
that's the
this
next
happen,
movie.
Ryan. Hey, what else do you do any stuff like are you work with any like charities or you work with any kids? Do you go and visit any schools and stuff like that? You got anything planned like that?
I haven't really left like my house, so no, I haven't visited any schools or charities. Like those types of things I do like very spontaneously. Like
Yeah,
if I do go to like a high school or college, it's just on short notice,
yeah,
just to say what's up to the people and take photos of them, show love.
yeah.
But no, it's never like planned. That's kind of like my whole life. Nothing's planned. It's just go with the flow.
That's why that's crazy. Hey, another thing I was that I heard. Is it true that you you have Asian descent? You're from Asian descent?
Yeah, I'm Filipino.
Yes, I do it. Filipino man. When I met your mom, I knew she was Filipino. I'm half
Yeah,
Filipino.
right. You can see
I
it in
was
my
like,
mom and my
bro,
grandmother. You can't see it in
that
me.
yeah, I seen her and I go, she's like Filipino or something. She just looked at me. She goes, yeah, I look Filipino. I go, you look Filipino, and it's crazy.
Yeah, no one. You can kind of see it in my mom, but like my uncles, you can really tell. And yeah, my grandmother obviously was
Do
full
you hang
Filipino.
out with them with Filipino people? Have you hang out with any
Um,
Filipino family?
like my grandmother's friends, yeah, but not like
Oh my
I don't
god,
just hang
there's
out
a
with Filipino. There's
there-
someone in the influencer boxing scene, Salt Poppy, who's Filipino, which is
yeah. He writes me
represent.
all the time, bro. Saul Poppy has that's a freaking
Honestly,
transformation.
I think he's one of the best influencer boxers out there. He's
100%,
slept
bro.
on.
Agreed.
Lefty. And you know what? I didn't know he was that big. I didn't know he was that
Bro, no, he's
tall.
big. Yeah. No, wait, what? How tall is he?
No, but I'm saying like if you're at 168, he's not a short guy. He's
How
fighting.
tall was he? I don't know. I
I
don't
think
think
he's
I've
like
seen.
6 foot, man. A little maybe a little taller.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't know
tall,
that
man. He's a
either.
big boy. Yeah, because when he was chunky, he just looked like a little chunky Filipino man.
Usually Filipino men are short.
Yeah, I guess. But not that one. I don't know.
And they know for toughness, and they know for pancit and lumpia. And when I talked to your
Yeah.
mother in Hollywood, she said she could get down on it. That's why I asked your mom,
Lumpia,
B.
chicken adobo. Let's get it all.
See, go
Pancit.
ahead, be easy.
She can cook Filipino.
Hey, I make a mean chicken adobo. I love that shit.
She can cook Filipino. She does pancit.
Yeah. My mom rarely does it, but she does. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool, man. Well, look, I appreciate what you're doing for the sport. Honestly, a whole nother fan base that you brought to the table. And I know that there's a lot of people, and I'm a hardcore combat sports. I'm a hardcore boxing, real boxing. And it doesn't always have to be that I was raised, in the hood and I didn't have, I didn't have the parents or I was, they have whatever. But it's like it doesn't have to always be that. And the fact that you were successful in one area and applied it to this, something that you probably always really wanted to do, and you can do that and bring your audience here. I commend you as a businessman, as an influencer, and as a fighter. So congratulations to the Fighter Brotherhood. And
I appreciate it.
And
boss, I mean, it may be interesting to keep Bryce on a little bit with Chris Lytle and see what Chris's perspective is on Bryce.
You guys probably like questioning why I have stuffed animals. Those are my girlfriends, by the way. If you guys are seeing like all those stuffed animals, that's my girlfriend. I swear to God. All right. Like as you were talking about how I'm a fighter and stuff, like I'm showing.
Let me see.
Hang on. Speaking of that, I mean, Mr. Producer Man, you really should allow us to introduce these legends when they come on the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I myself had the opportunity to experience this man throw down bare knuckle in Mexico. The one and only Chris Lights Out Lytle. Let's go, baby.
Hey, thank you for having me on, guys. It's an honor to be here. Nelson, always good. Big face, loving it. And Bryce, man, you know, it's amazing to see someone like yourself. We talked about that, you know, it's not just your influencer, but you one who can fight. I mean, say what you will. You can say whatever about Jake Paul. Dude can fight. You know what I mean? I mean, is he the best in the world? No, but he's doing great things, and he's a good fighter. So it's one thing to be an influencer who tries to come out and fight. No, you're a fighter who happens to be an influencer. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, they bring eyeballs to the sport. Lights out, and that's you gotta love it.
Like I said, I mean, people have no idea the pressure that it takes to go to a fight. The month before, the 2 months before, the training camp. You go out there and get embarrassed. I mean, your career could be over. This man went and did that. I commend you for that. I mean, it's easy for somebody who doesn't have any fans to do it. It's tough for somebody who has millions of fans. So
the hardest thing is to stay away from your wife during training.
Yeah, no,
I love what he said right there.
My girlfriend makes it hard too.
Yeah, get out of.
That's what she said. That's what she said, Bryce.
Yeah. So
I like what Chris said right there. Chris said it's easy for someone with no fans to get in there and do it, but someone with millions of fans to get in there and fight, that takes some steel balls.
No, for sure. And we got to respect.
Yeah, no, I did check my balls there still.
Clanging.
Yeah, they're clanging.
Chris, I heard you guys kind of shared the ring in a little sparring.
We sparred in Utah, right?
Yeah, we went down to the bucked up place, and they were having some little event, so we just got to go there. And man, I was like, man, I love to spar with everybody. I like to.
I know you do.
And, I'll spar with the best of the world, the worst, and just see how people go. But yeah, I can see right away. I was like, okay, he knows what he's doing. You know, the way he nice crisp jab and head move. I was like, okay, yeah, this isn't a guy who's just out here to pretend to be a fighter. He's a fighter. You know what I mean? So it was good to see. You never really know until you get in there and work out with somebody. So I got to get in there. I always try to work out with everybody, see what they got. And, you know, he definitely had some skill.
What I picked up from your style, you're very unorthodox, and you're clipping me with some stuff I've never been clipped with before. So I got some.
very awkward.
Awkward, super awkward.
I would like to interject. Shout out to Roz B from B2K who is watching live, boss.
Shout out to Roz B, baby. Roz B. What's going on? All good. I was gonna say, Chris, what do you think about the Knucklemania? What?
Every time we have Knucklemania, that thing gets more impressive. I think we're gonna have at least 15,000 people show up for this fight. Why? We got a great card. It's gonna be amazing. Everybody wants to see. You know, Eddie's gonna get fighting Jeremy. It's gonna be absolutely incredible. Obviously, I'm so disappointed. You know, Bryce ain't gonna be on there, but we got another main event. You know, a heavyweight title fight. There's going to be so many good fights on this card. It's going to be sick, and it's going to be the biggest crowd, and I guarantee that crowd's going to be hype. It's just so impressive at how impressive these cards we put on. And I feel like an idiot, man. I'm always like, oh, this is the best card we've ever put on. 3 weeks later, oh, this is the best card we've ever put on. I sound like I'm a hype man. I'm not a hype man. I really believe this stuff, man. I just watch these. I love this shit. I watch it. I'm like, man, this card's amazing. I swear, last year, after Spain, every card was amazing. They just kept outdoing each other, man. I was so impressed with our last part of the year, man. Every fight was incredible.
This one's definitely gonna be fireworks, and that's why I'm still going regardless.
Hey, that fight, Eddie and Steven and Jeremy Steven, man, what a fight! Like,
wow,
yeah, wow. Bryce, you've seen both of these men fight. I think we were watching when Eddie fought Perry, and I don't know if you've really checked out Steven. Steven's a beast.
No, Steven's a beast.
Not like if you had, I know I'm not saying predictions. People don't like to do predictions, but I mean, do you see an edge on Eddie, an edge on Steven? What advantage as an analyst of this fight? How do you feel about it?
I see the edge on Eddie, obviously. Not like a massive edge, but I definitely see Eddie taking it over Stevens.
Right, more experience.
But then again, it's bare knuckle, like it's bare knuckle. Someone can get Someone could get hit on the chin. Like even the way Eddie hit Perry in their fight, I got like a little nervous over there. Like watching him clip Perry across the jaw, and it looked like Perry kind of like stumbled, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I eat those," but it looked.
Nah,
you ain't trying to eat those.
Yeah, you ain't trying to eat those. Luckily, that right hand didn't come after that left hook because it would have been nightmare.
Yeah.
Chris, and your take on that fight there, and your favorite fight of the night, other than the main event. What are you looking at? What do you think?
Well, that main event, obviously, dude, that's gonna be sick. I mean, Eddie Alvarez. If you watch this guy fight his whole career, he never puts on a bad fight. Even in the fights he wins, he gets hit. I mean, this dude's just an animal, a savage. And Jeremy Stephens, when he was fighting, Rivera, he was getting pieced up to the body. He just stayed the course and waited for that one punch. This dude's got power. I mean, this fight, I don't think it's going the distance. If it does, it's going to be fight of the year candidate. First fight, I mean, right away, right off the bat. If this goes the distance, these two guys are going to bludgeon each other, and it's going to be amazing. So I don't know. I can't wait to see it. And then Mick Terrell, who's been unbelievable, he fighting Big Ben Rothwell, who's nobody's been able to take his punch. So what's going to happen with that one? Can Mick take that punch? I don't know. I don't really think so. But can Mick be smart enough to not get hit? That's going to be another one I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be unbelievably good. I don't know, everything I'm looking at on this card, I get excited for all the fights.
I love it. Chris, you're going to Kansas City.
Yeah.
And you're doing the seminar. You're doing a striking seminar, right?
I'm doing a striking seminar. I'm also helping out with the judges and referees classes, man. Something's wrong with me. Anything BKFC, anything bare-knuckle.
I love it.
I got problems, man, and just got to be involved in, anything around the word fighting, dude. I was a firefighter, now I'm a boxer, a fighter. Anything with the word fighting in it, put me at it, man. I'm in it.
Lolo, ask Chris about Pachanga. I'm looking forward to Elvin the Bandito Brito coming back, man. One of the true bare knuckle legends.
Yeah, Elvin Brito for sure. Tough fight too. Great fight. Let's see if we can get past this kid. This kid, this is the fighter that pulled his bicep with Julian Lane, right?
Yeah. That's the thing, people. He's 0-2 for us, but I think he's like 3-2 total in bare knuckle, or 4-2. But he's lost 2 for us. Well, he tore his bicep in one fight, and then he got beat by Gogo in his first fight. I mean, Gogo had like 4 fights. It was his first, but he was in his face the whole time. You can see how tough he was, how fast he is, what a good, just clean boxer he is. So he's no punk, man. This is a tough fight. I mean, Elvin's got to be on his A game, his awkward ass style. Backing up, moving, coming in and out. He has to be on his A game if he wants to win this fight. This is no gimmick.
I'd like to ask Nelson and Chris this question. Do you guys see Elvin Brito becoming kind of a gatekeeper? I mean, he's a great fighter, once a champion, but it seems to be putting in tough fights, fight after fight, the matchmaking.
He has experience. He's been already in there. He was a champion. Yeah, at that level, you're a gatekeeper. At that level, you can ruin anybody's night. That's in boxing there's that, but in bare knuckle that's a lot more likely to happen. You know what I mean?
I can tell you one thing for sure. Elvin is never going to see himself as a gatekeeper. He feels like he has the ability to get back up to the top.
Oh yeah, he don't see himself. Away.
Yeah, so he doesn't feel like he's going to be in that position. And I think this fight's going to be a big telling test. If he comes through here and does exactly what he thinks he can and can walk through this opponent, he's right back on his trajectory. And if he struggles, has some problems, then, you can fall into that realm. But he definitely doesn't think he's going to fall into that. But we will find out in Pachanga.
For sure. One more. I want to go back to Bryce real quick before he takes off. Bryce, are you just taking a week off and getting back into training camp? Or
yeah, because I think when we talked with Feldman, they're trying to reschedule for February or early March. So, yeah, I'm just going to take this week off while I'm in Argentina and kind of do my own thing with my girlfriend, and then go right back.
All right. Yeah, keep me posted, man. I want to come see you work. So we'll come there and check you out, man. Bring you some sparring.
Yeah, I'm still hitting hard, man.
Hey, Bryce, when we're in Philly, let me give you some rounds and work out a little bit with you, man. Let's get some stuff. I always like.
Oh, that'd be awesome, dude.
That'd be fun, man. I'm always trying to get in there and do as much as I can. So we'll get some rounds in Philly, buddy.
Thank you so much, man.
So.
All right, I'll see you guys in Philly.
All right, Bryce, take it easy, bro. Appreciate you. What's up, Chris? Man, good to see you, bro.
Man, happy to be here. Like I said, you got an amazing thing going on, Nelson. I'm always loving what you guys are doing. I like it when you put on, just fights wherever they're at. I like the way that the camaraderie, I feel like, is really good there. I feel like the fighters know that you're there to help them out. There's just something about a fight company, when you have it, it's ran by fighters. I just love it.
Yeah, 100%. Sometimes there's a thin line between helping a fighter and helping a company. Sometimes there's that thin line where you got to be like, it's hard. It's hard to balance it and not try to offend. You want to make everybody happy, right?
Yes.
And that's sometimes I struggle with that a lot too, because I worked that position as a trainer. I've worked that position as a manager. I worked that position as just a booking agent, just to put fighters on and make your percentage. I worked that position as a sponsor and an investor and building somebody up, and all your money's at stake. So it's you see a lot of everything, and you kind of want to protect everyone, and it's very tough to do that and keep everybody happy. But at the end of the day, I feel like, and everybody says it, protect the fighters, find the best route for the fighters. And I get it. Some of the fighters are really hard to deal with because they're not dealing with the business part of it. They have to be educated on it. I've always educated the fighters to know why this decision is being made, why you're being paid this and not this, what you need to do to get paid what you want to get paid, And Chris, this, and we talk about this when we do tryouts. You have to make yourself as valuable as possible in all areas of your company, in all areas of your product. And that's what I try to instill in these fighters. And I see you do it too every time you're working with these guys. So the fact that I can touch every aspect of what they need to better them, and I can know that I've been in their position or been someone to help them, they feel that. They feel that I feel that. They feel that I understand that.
100%. Man. Oh, that's the only problem to me is, I looking back at my career, I understand that the problem is fighters only look at things from their point of view. This is how I see things. There's more than one point of view. And the older I get, the wiser I get. I got to look at everything from everybody's point of view. And if you don't look at this from the company's point of view, it makes no sense. I don't want to do this. I just want to fight. All right, well, then you're going to get paid this amount. It's common sense if you think about it. And it makes complete sense to everybody. But when you're in the fight, like sometimes you don't look at it from other people's point of view. That's great advice for fighting, but just in life in general, you have to start looking at things from everybody's point of view involved, not just yours. So once fighters do that, they get it. They're like, okay, now I understand what you're talking about. But a lot of fighters haven't done that yet. It's just you got to grow, you got to mature. I did, and I think everybody, we just got to try to help explain that to people. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure. We lost you. Hello.
I'm back. I want to add this, and I wanted to add this earlier. You are one of the few people that can speak on those aspects, Lolo. I mean, you have been a matchmaker, a trainer. You've wrapped hands. You've managed sport. You've managed fighters. You've been a promoter. You've been the vice president of a major organization. You are one of the few people in the sports that can speak on those aspects. And I love that, the perspective.
And it's funny. It's crazy because I didn't even know that.
You didn't realize you did all that until I told you, right?
A lot of people tell me, man, like I know a little bit of, or maybe I know a lot about a lot of things, but I've never sat back and just realized that I'm helping every department in an organization, or I'm helping.
You have a unique perspective on that, right? And you mentioned earlier the January 11th clinic in Kansas City. Shout out to Sean Wheelock, who's put together the referee and the judges. Chris Lyle's a part of that. You're a part of that, and you'll be given a special bare-knuckle hand wrapping seminar there. I want you to speak on that for a second.
I was so excited to get that invite from Sean Wheelock, and I was like, me, like for real?
Yeah, you like for real. Nelson Lopez Jr., you got your own jingle.
I get it, but I mean, like sometimes you don't. Sometimes I don't say my opinion because I always think like, yeah, what does he care what I say? You know what I mean? Like he's gonna tell me I'm wrong or something. But you look at it, I try to perfect it. I add this, I add that, and 9 times out of 10, when I go out and do something, I want it to be so right, or I just want to make sure that everyone's happy with it, that there are no complaints, and that's one of those things that when I took on the hand wrapping thing, I practiced it until I said I was going to be the best at it, and I ended up in boxing really, really doing that, really just to the point where people were flying me out just to wrap their hands for championship fights, and that was something that was amazing. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, "Whoa, I'm going to France for getting paid well to go wrap somebody's hand." Yes, because he's fighting for $1 million, and that's very important.
And the hands are very, very important.
But here we go now. Now we're doing bare knuckle.
But you invented the rap though. You invented a particular rap for bare knuckle. I mean, you're a humble man, but you invented the rap.
I don't know if I invented it.
Perfected it.
Maybe there wasn't one. So we made
exactly.
There wasn't.
You had to invent it.
Yeah.
You had no choice. Necessity is the mother of invention.
There was a rap already. I think I just took what I think would make it better. Yeah, I improved it, right? We improved it.
And lights out. Undefeated in bare knuckle at Lolo. We can't get Chris to fight one more time. There ain't one more in you, Chris, man.
I don't leave Chris alone, please.
He can still knock somebody out.
Here's what I always tell people.
He attacked me with snowballs in Virginia. He attacked my car with snowballs.
That part's true. Here's what I always tell people. I'm not going through another damn camp. I ain't doing it. However, if I'm there and like 2 days before they say this guy can't fight, I'll jump in maybe. You never know. If it's the right fight, main event, I'll jump in something like that. I'll give them 3 or 4 rounds, no problem. And then I can.
They won't last 3 or 4 rounds, Chris.
I can do it. I just ain't going through no damn camp. I couldn't do that, man.
That's dread.
I know how to go one way, hard for 6 weeks, 2 times a day. My body break down. I ain't doing that. I'll take it last minute, but I ain't signed up for no damn camp.
Chris, I'm not letting you fight. You're not fighting.
That's it. That's a wrap for you.
Hey, thank you. Here's the problem, Nelson.
Let me save you from you.
No. I can't say
Let me save you from you.
Let me save you from you.
Thank you.
I know you.
You gotta stop at some point. I can't. I'm not smart enough to ever say no.
You know how many times, Dave? We did a there's a little bare knuckle fight hidden in one of these archives of me fighting, right? But you know how many times Dave was like, "Come on, let's just jump in. Let's jump in there and get one out of the way." Like, for what? For what?
I know.
I don't want to embarrass one of these kids. You know what I mean?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
They're like, man, this guy comes off the bench, off the end, sitting there ringside.
Takes his tie off, takes his suit jacket.
Take the vest off, and I knock somebody out.
See, the only way I would do it is to save the company. If
I don't know if you guys been watching Lolo's workout videos.
I'll do it. I'll take one for the team. Get on my back.
And I don't know if anybody comes to live events. Chris Lytle, I don't know if he is the poster child for if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. The dude is bricked up all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
All the time.
For sure. Chris, how far out do you got how far out do you have your schedule?
I got to February 28th. That's all I know. I mean, I keep hearing other stuff, but I don't really. You never know, man. I mean, things change with this company pretty quickly. I think you know that better than I do.
So no, I was just wondering, like already ready to go. Like you're already talking to people about it, talking like fighters and stuff like that. What else, man? You know something, Face? I don't know if you know this. Chris has a children's book out?
I do, and I have a copy signed by Chris, thankfully, because that's my boy.
I moved. I got it in my office, but I moved, and I have it with me. I was actually with my kids. They can't read that much yet, so I got to wait till they get a little older.
It's a great book on bullying. You should go out and get it if you have a child.
Man, I wish I had
I'll bring it the next time and give it to whoever needs one, but I just talked to somebody at a school the other day. I used to go to schools all the time and talk to kids. After COVID, it kind of killed it. I've been too busy with the bare knuckle now, but I just talked to somebody, I think March, maybe February. I think it's March 1st. March 1st, I think I got a couple of schools I'm going to. I've been trying to set it up around the bare knuckle schedule. Whenever we go to a new state, just try and talk to a school. Be like, I'll come in free of charge. I just want to talk to the kids about this, man. Try and get people to go to help promote not only bare knuckle, but what we're doing to help with the anti-bullying stuff. So, man, I would really like to, if anybody can help us out with
Oh,
that.
you just need to get Big Face on that. Tell him Big Face will have that booked up. Tell him, Lolo.
Just
Man,
get up,
Big
get
Face
man.
will have
somebody, get a
that
hold of
booked up.
somebody.
You
I
done
don't care
came
what
to the
city it
right
is.
place.
You done
Chris.
came to the right place. We'll have that booked up everywhere you go.
Wherever we go, I do it the Friday we have a fight or whatever that morning. I'd love to go do something like that.
All right, you know what? We do that, and we're gonna promote. We also gonna promote this anti-bullying because I had a kid he used to bully me in high school, and not even in high school. It was like in elementary. When we got to high school, is when I actually beat him up. I had to, but in elementary, he was just bigger than me.
Yeah.
But in high school, boy,
not the same story. Yeah.
And I was like, man, and then I felt bad for him, and then we became best friends.
Yeah.
That's how it turns out. That's
right?
your best friends in life, the ones you had to go through that mud with. I do want so you have Chris Lytle here. Chris, talk a little bit about Nelson can speak on this too. You guys live a crazy hectic schedule. I think the fans would like to hear about that. I know that it's hard to, I deal with this when, helping Lolo produce this show. He's a crazy busy individual. He's always in a different area code. Chris, how do you guys handle the travel that's involved in this life?
That's kind of the toughest part. I know the next 4 weekends I will be gone. A lot of times I'm leaving Wednesday, getting back Saturday or Sunday. It's just a lot of travel, a lot of flying, and it ain't the same flying anymore, man. There's a lot of cancellations, a lot of delays. A lot of times you're just like, man, what is going on with these places? So that's the hardest part, having to be away from the family and having to go out and continue to travel. But man, like I said, just fighting things in my blood. I can't get it out. I'm not going to quit doing this stuff for.
Well, and both of you are family men too. So Lo, speak on that. Both of you are family men. So
like
how hard is that?
It's just all about balance. The gym is mandatory no matter what. The church is mandatory no matter what, right? And that bedtime story when you're home for the kids is mandatory. If you can sit down for dinner, you know what I mean? Like you just gotta have your priorities straight and balanced.
Yes, priorities.
Sometimes, you have friends or you have business partners that kind of want to talk during that bedtime, and you know what I'm saying. I'm just not answering the phone, but I do. Like when I have things to do, I'm talking business or fixing fights because this kind of stuff doesn't stop. This is a 24-hour job. It does not. It's round the clock. Big Face can text me at 4 and I'm gonna answer him that.
True.
And it's 24-hour job because the schedule is like that. There was a time that I went South Africa, Colombia, Bulgaria, Mexico, Vegas. I mean, it's crazy and it's really strenuous on your brain and on your body. But sometimes when you get home, you just gotta just soak in.
Even now, you've been up and down the East Coast. You just came back from Aquacalinchis. Now you're heading back to Pachanga, right? I mean, you're leaving again next week, so it's constant travel. Yeah. I just wanted then to touch on that. How much of your life has lived on the road? You guys live a lot of your life on the road.
I mean, it's not only that, but for especially someone like Nelson, you deal with fighters or deal with other people. It's not only 24/7; it's 365. I mean, you never know when somebody, like you said, if somebody's flight gets canceled, they're going to call you at midnight. My flight's it's like you have to deal with that. They might call you on Christmas Eve. Hey, I got this. You got to deal with that. They're sitting in a 9-to-5 job. You can't go. I'll deal with that tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Tomorrow's right now. You got to deal with these fighters, and it's very demanding. And people don't realize that. I mean, you are constantly at the beck and call of your business, and that's the reality. And it's constantly there, and it never ends.
Yep, but anyone in this business knows that that's the kind of commitment and that's the kind of team members you need to have on the team that you can say, Big Face, I need you here, bro. Let's go. You now, yes. And you just got to give the family the heads up. I can leave on your birthday. I'm sorry, baby. I can leave on Valentine's Day, on Christmas. My bad, but I got to handle this business.
Well, the one thing you see in you guys and individuals high level in the sport, period, combat sport, is a passion. It's not just a work ethic. You have to have a passion for this to excel, right?
Man, if I were trying to do this about golf, it wouldn't happen, man. I'd be like, whatever, golf or tennis, it ain't, I mean, like I said, you have to want to do this. It has to be something that inspires you, and it makes me like you said. I only want to work with people who would say, if I can call them at 3 a.m. and say, hey, I need you to come pick me up, they'll be like, I'll be there as soon as I can. That's the type of people, whatever it takes. If you got the whatever it takes attitude, I want you part of the team. And if not, I don't care what properties you bring. You ain't on my team, man. I don't want you being part of this. I want you, no matter what, you're down for the cause.
Yep, 100%. Listen, how many times Feldman has said, hey, Lo, I need you in Mexico. I need you there tomorrow. Let's go. I need you to go to Dubai with me. Let's go. You know, and it's work. It's work. And especially when there's a show. Think about this. We have 12 fights on the show. That's 24 fighters. You have to be just at all times pensive and prepared to replace one of those fighters. Like tentatively, I have a backup for every fight that's on the card. Tentatively. I've talked to 2 guys and said, look, just in case, be in the gym. Be in the gym and keep your weight low.
Well, I've watched you work at these shows, Lo. You're a Swiss Army knife. You're handling like 50 different problems. Logistically, whether it's hotel reservations or a trainer or a pregnancy test for a female fighter or whatever needs to be done. Hey, big face, go buy 50 pregnancy tests. It doesn't matter. Whatever needs to be done the day of the fights, whether it's eye doctor, eye appointments, you handle that. You're a problem solver. That's what you have, that unique skill.
I thought I was a fireman, and here Nelson's putting out all the fires, man. Every
Hey,
day.
if you go to, let me just say, if you go to CVS and you're big face with 47 pregnancy tests, they're gonna look at you like, why you need these? Hey, man, I'm trying to slow down. I just need 47, and I hope they come back negative.
You did good. You did good. Yeah, man, definitely stressful job.
You handle it like a champ, though. It doesn't look stressful to you. I'm saying in real time, watching it happen. A lot of people don't know this. It doesn't look stressful to you. It doesn't.
It's only stressful. It's a stressful situation, but it's not stressful to me because there's always a problem. There's always a solution, you know, and the solution is to handle it calmly and handle it positively. And I just smile. I smile at the fights and I'm really happy. I'm really happy when I see these guys fight. I'm really happy. I'm smiling because every minute of the fight, every minute of the show, I'm like, and they thought that wasn't going to happen. And they thought this was going to be hard. And it's just constantly all the rewards. I'm watching it every minute happen. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. And you know, those are all those blessings, and I'm watching them. I'm watching them as the show's going. And that's why I'm smiling, man. I'm enjoying every second of it. I'm passionate, just like Lytle. That's why he gets on the plane at 3 a.m. and if I tell him, hey, we got to go, man, let's go. Because he's passionate. He loves this, you know, and this is his life. And we're going to be probably doing this for the rest of our life. I told my boys in the gym, I said, I'm going to be that guy sitting on that chair, coaching everybody from the chair.
And Chris can speak on this too. We always see fighters as fans. We see fighters thank Nelson all the time. People wonder, that's why we do this show. They wonder, well, why is all these fighters? They always say Nelson Lopez Jr. And it's because of those behind the scenes things that no one sees, right, Chris?
Oh, 100%. Like people, like we're talking about, people don't understand all the things it takes to make the fight happen. Or, you know, people come in to get the interviews, and then they have to get their food, and then they have to get taken here, and then they have to get the pregnancy test, and then they have to get the doctor's appointment. And I mean, those don't happen on themselves. You know, somebody's got to be taking care of that. And we have a couple guys who that's what they do. They make sure these fights happen. You know, without it, they don't happen. I do my interviews. That's all I do. Usually, you got other people running people around, making everything happen. And if those things don't happen perfect, that fight might fall off. And we have that type of stuff happen every single card. You have to like I say, you're putting out fires. You know, we got more than one fireman here. People are constantly putting out these fires. So, and people recognize who's doing that, like out of the goodness of their heart and trying to make it work. And when they're positive, it's Nelson. They're like, oh man, thank you so much, Nelson. He not only did it, but he made me feel stress-free. You know what I mean? So he gets it from a fighter's point of view. You don't want to be stressing that fighter out and letting them think, am I going? Or if you just go, I don't know. Well, then that fighter's has a bad time the day before the fight. You got to get them in the right frame of mind. Somebody who doesn't have fights don't understand that. We got Nelson there. He can calm their mind and just the best thing you can have is a nice smooth, calm person who says, "Yep, all right." This is the house is on fire. Well, let me think here. I'm gonna get the hose and I'm gonna put it out, or whatever. Just understanding how to do it calm and not freaking out. That's what they want to see, and that's why they like him so much, man. I tell you, the people, whenever he's around there, him and his people, I think things go very smooth.
I appreciate it, Chris. Look, I can't take all the credit. You got the Andy Halls, you got the Kevin Smiths.
Yep,
you got the team there that's always helping. You got Josh. You got Serge. Like, we have a little squad that is just they're at the drop of a dime. They're taking up their job seriously, and they're knocking it out. They're problem solvers just along. So, man, listen, it's awesome to have a team like that, a family that had to push, and I'm excited for this year, man. A lot of great things are going to happen this year, and I feel it. I feel it all. I really do.
So, Mr. Producer Man, do we have any questions that have came up during the show that we can put to Lolo or Chris Lytle? I know that our producer man's under the weather tonight, but I did see a few. Most of them just fighters trying to call out Bryce and whatnot. I don't know. And they're trying to get.
I see some people writing on here. Oh, look, my boy right here, Govea. What's up, big dog? I got that's Alex Govea, one of the heavyweight prospects.
Oh yes, Alex Govea. Yes, I've seen him fight a couple times. Big giant dude.
Big boy. I can't wait to see him in the pros. I got another buddy of mine on here, man. I can't wait to get him on a fight card. Where's he at? Eric Westbury. What up, brother?
Rex Chan asked, how about playing a Chris Lytle in a movie? Chris Lytle gonna get a movie?
Absolutely.
You get a movie about your life, Chris?
Absolutely, man.
I think he was talking about when Bryce Hall, he was talking about having him play.
Listen, man.
Bryce can play Chris?
Listen, we need Rex in a movie.
Well, you already know Rex. Shout out to Rex, shout out to Q, shout out to the transportation guys that take care of everyone. But we can do that movie. Y'all playing, but I've been in 5 Tubi movies, and Lo is my guy. We can make the movies happen.
Let's go, man. Let's do this, man. Let's go, man. I don't know what kind of movie you making, Face.
Oh, they're on Tubi right now. You can catch them. Okay. They're acclaimed movies. We can get them movies started. Look for. We about to work on this Knuckle Up movie. We about to turn this out. Watch how we do this.
Let's go. Can we see bare-knuckle in India?
Indiana. Indiana.
Yeah, we just. I saw today we had something happen with our state legislator. I think come end of June, I think it'll be legal in Indiana. So there we go. States, man. States all over the place are opening up, man. Ohio's about to.
They're gonna beg y'all. They're gonna beg y'all now.
I feel bad for you, Chris, when this goes to Indiana.
Why is that?
because you're gonna feel what I feel in Miami, and everybody.
Wow. Yes. Ticket request. I need some free shit.
Hey, Chris, we were in 3rd grade together. Can I get some tickets? No.
I'm on Lolo's list, so I know it's crazy.
Everyone just throws them on my list. Even if someone has a list, you just throw the Nelson. It's like, Andy throws them on there.
Nelson said I can sit here. They just leave you alone.
Man, that's crazy. But I can't wait for that. You're gonna love that. Then it's gonna really, really get hectic for you.
Hey, I had it when I fought in UFC here in Indianapolis. Like I said, people I hadn't talked to in 15 years. Hey, man, can you give me some tickets? No, I can't give you no tickets. Bye. I don't know what to tell you. I got like 4 to give. They give me 4 still, no matter what.
I have 4.
They give me 4. You ain't one of
them. That's awesome. Any other questions on there?
I did see someone ask about a bourbon. Does someone have a signature bourbon? I think that Lytle, you got a signature bourbon.
I'll be bringing it to Kansas City. I got some bourbon so you guys can try it out.
Chris Lytle has his own signature bourbon, Lolo. We got to get you a signature tequila.
Lights out bourbon, best bourbon around.
Lights out bourbon.
It's good.
I love it, man.
Nelson will be there. He's gonna taste it and he's gonna tell you.
Let's go, Lolo. Let him taste no liquor. He just gets you to taste the liquor.
Listen,
he throws it over his shoulder like this. He makes you think he's taking it. He does
a little sip. All you need to taste.
And then you be drunk and you be like,
I don't drink it. I'll taste it.
You can have a sip.
I have a sip.
I think it's fantastic. I do love that though, right? Isn't that dope though, Lolo? He got his own bourbon.
It is cool, man. That is good. I hope we need to put that on the ring mat somewhere, man.
Come on, man.
Thought about it, man.
You need to get a corner. Get your corner in Pachanga.
Hey, where are you brewing at? Your company?
It's brewed in Indiana. It's in just up to northeast
Man,
side,
that's
Indianapolis
cool.
area, just outside.
That's the best. It's brewed at home. That's awesome.
Oh, I'm a mom and pop type of store, all local stuff, man. I think the best thing is local. I like whenever we go out to places, Nelson, whenever we're out, I like to go to the mom and pop stores to eat. I'm not trying to.
You didn't let me do the advertisement for that. We go ahead, 3 shots and you out. Lights out, bourbon.
Oh, it's
3
100
shots,
proof,
you out,
man. It's
baby.
no joke. You ain't drinking that and then walking away real quick. You
That's
have
what I'm talking
about. You're gonna be like, oh, my legs ain't working right for sure. I had to make it strong.
My legs ain't working right.
That's amazing. I am working on a couple products. I'm not gonna put it out there right now, but with me, I'm all into the whole wellness and eating right and recovery and the most natural as possible. The supplement game is very scamish.
Oh,
yes.
It's like
it's sketchy, as they say.
It's like when someone says white label, I go, like it's just like because it's gonna be made as cheap as possible, but it's gonna say that it's nootropics, but it's gonna have 0.0001 mushroom. It's crazy. It's crazy. So you got to be and believe it or not, man, stuff coming from other parts of the world, man, they don't even know what that is.
Well, I think you would.
Nelson,
go ahead,
I'm a dynamic wellness guy. That's me.
There you go.
Absolutely. Shout out to Dynamic Wellness. But I know this ties into what Lo is doing. He's got his whole training camp down there. He's working with the fighters. He's doing the nutrition. He's doing the weight cut. I know he's been talking about incorporating new supplements into the game. Lo is cutting edge right now, man, and the game is blowing up. It's 20, like he said earlier, 2025 is a huge year in the fight.
It's a huge year, man. I just think that the way to make people happy or to make the way to become something, how can I say it? Just for you to become a commodity, for you to become a real asset is when you solve a problem for a company, for a fighter, right? And a problem to be solved for a fighter is don't worry about your living quarters and your training camp. Don't worry about
that all off of them.
Just get up when I tell you let's make a plan. Get up. I don't gotta be there, but I do have the houses and I do have the gym and I do have the trainer and I do have the cook and I do have the
nutritionist and
I've
seen it.
And it's something that's the foundation of the product. That's the reason BKFC exists, right? So I just see that as very, very, very important. Not just like that's not my problem. Your problem to win. No, I wanna go. You said mom and pop. I want to go to the root of it, and I want to assist there because I know if you do it there, it's gonna trickle all the way down.
Solve it locally.
Yeah, but I don't think people can really understand how important that is. What Nelson's saying. I mean, you don't understand back in the day how you had to like put things together and go to this gym, go to that, and find your food and do. It took all your time. If you have somebody doing that for you, taking you care of, that is so much less wasted time you have. You can concentrate on training and resting and getting your nutrition proper. Man, otherwise you're I don't know how we used to do it back in the day, but you were constantly just spinning your wheels trying to get that done, and it was so hard. If you get that one place, that's amazing, man.
Yeah, no, it's happening. I did it actually in the boxing world. I came into the scene. My father, renowned promoter internationally, opened up countries like Kazakhstan. Where before I have a contract signed by Triple G. Before during those times and before that, and but before then he was training the Team Freedom. Team Freedom was all the Cubans that originally came from Cuba, which is Casamayor, Diobeli Zudado, Ramon Garbe, like back in the day when they were coming in. And, that happened in this training camp. Emmanuel Augustus, those guys trained in this training camp that I'm talking about. It's just that when I stepped away from the training part of it to become more of operations or management part, I was doing it all. I was the trainer, the manager, the medical guy, the transportation guy, the nutritionist. But those are the kind of things you have to do to know every aspect of the business. That is the business. And that's the root and the foundation of the business. Everything else, there's still a lot to learn, from putting production all the way to selling and distributing the content worldwide. But at the end of the day, the root and the foundation of what we're putting out there are amazing fighters that are putting on amazing fights. And when you got two guys that are training and fight and getting ready to put on the best show of their life, like the Eddie Alvarez and the Jeremy Stevens, you're gonna get something. We're scared for their lives. That's
it's
what
gonna be
interests
a
us.
battle, dude.
Yeah, we're like, oh my gosh, like there's gonna be gashes. Like that's what we're like worried.
Two animals who don't know how to lose, going to go out there and try to take each other out. Both guys got heavy armor, heavy fire and power. It's going to be a battle, man. It's going to be
a
epic
battle.
Like I say, either somebody's getting knocked out or it's going to be Fight of the Year candidate. Guaranteed. No other way about it.
100%. 100%. What else? What you got? What you got? Face when to go get a cigarette.
Hey, all I know is, Nelson, we need to put on a fight in Kazakhstan, bare-knuckle style. I've already been talking to some people about that. That would go over epically, man. I know they love it.
It's not legal yet.
Oh, okay.
There was for some reason I've actually was set to do a presentation over there, but they just have not legalized. They a lot of people look down on this like, no, that's barbaric. Like even when I went to Mexico, I thought it was going to be, come on, we want to see. The commissions were a little hesitant.
You got to educate them, man, because they still think it's. I'm like, dude, I would never do a boxing match right now. That would. I mean, Nelson, I'm so glad that my boxing career ended when it did. If it didn't, if I had 15 more fights, you wouldn't be talking to me right now. I mean, drooling in the corner because my style, I was a Mexican style fighter. I got inside and banged and, I loved it, but it ain't good for you, man. Bare-knuckle is so much safer for you, in my opinion. It's not even in my opinion. That's a fact. So
the fact.
These people don't, I mean, will you get cut more? Absolutely. Will you get less brain damage? Absolutely. I'll take a cut all day over brain damage.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, look, I got a call from a special person here. They call him Face. What's up, Face? Okay, don't worry. I'll close it out. Mr. Producer, what's going on? Hold on, let me put you on speakerphone. Hold on, maybe you can hear you.
On vacation, what's happening?
Go ahead, man. I got you. Listen, let me put you. You don't put the camera on. Watch this. We can do this easy, man. Yeah, man. Technology, man. You're on, man. Look, man, they can see you.
He's high end. I don't even see him though. Where's he at?
Where you at? Hold on. Where you at, man? Where you at, Face?
He hit the button. He's backwards or something.
That's why I love him. So I wanted to ask you both while you're on here, with the rise of bare-knuckle, just the popularity of it, right? Mm-hmm. Hang on.
Oh, there you are.
There we go, Lo. There we go.
Okay. Okay. The popular. Go ahead. They can hear. You can hear me, Matt?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Everybody hear me? So I wanted to ask, I'm having internet issues. Thank God for Lolo knowing what he's doing here. I wanted to ask both of you while I had you on, with the rise of bare-knuckle and how popular it's gotten this year, how do you feel about the rival leagues like the BYB, and they've been just accelerating their growth, as well as hardcore overseas? How do you guys feel about the growth of these leagues?
Chris, I'll let you answer that. I got my own opinion on that.
Man, I mean, I'm glad that they're helping push interest in this sport. I mean, obviously, I think when you look at it, I think it's hands down we're by far the most entertaining, the best company out there. But I just like the fact that people are out there, helping push the sport. I just hope they make sure it goes in the right direction. I don't think people do it the way we do. And what we do is, I mean, to me, the most entertaining thing I've seen. And I can't get enough of it. I go into things with open eyes, like open arms. I'm going to check this out and see what I think about it. I just think ours is the best. I think it's the best way people should be doing it. So, hey, go ahead and watch them. And then when you watch this, you're like, damn, now this is a real deal.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I've never been to a BYB fight. But regardless, let's just say it's very hard for anyone to start a bare knuckle company right now and just catch up with BKFC. It's just we got to run and start, right? And you're pushing forward, and you gotta, you already have established fighters and established networks. We're just ahead. BKFC is just ahead. Now, like I said, I haven't really been to a BYB fight. I don't know the production, the graphics, all of that, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I honestly wish that we could all work together, kind of, because it would be a lot easier to watch all of it, right? It would be cool if and I don't want no one to think that I'm taking sides or trying to be with. It would be cool that if the Mike Vasquez could make a plan with the Feldman and say, hey, listen, I'm gonna be in Miami on this day, this week. You're gonna do that week. Let's make sure we don't bump into each other there, so we can, take over the market. And hey, by the way, I got a really good in Texas. You're the big guys. Go ahead and get it done, and then we're gonna come in right after you. We're gonna do the. I wish we can do that. I wish I can call Anatoly, which is one of my friends that he begged me to do hardcore with him. Anatoly's came down to one of my shows in boxing. I wish I can bring Anatoly down here in hardcore and bring all those Russians to challenge these boys we got over here for that gold. I would love to do that, but it's competition. Everybody, they want it's a race for the prize, and I get it because we're in front, but everybody wants what you got,
I think that the fans would love to see a working relationship where, they're building stars, you're building stars, that where you could have a possible crossover event at some point.
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. The only way that happens, like it happened in boxing, you got Turkey, right? Turkey went in there and says, Turkey Riyadh season. He came in and said, hey, you guys want to make some money? Golden Boy, Eddie Hearns, Top Rank, you all working together. Let's go. PBC, Al Heyman, we're all working. He did. He put them all together. But it was a time when boxing was kind of a little hurting. HBO's gone, Showtime's gone. Fox was gone. They're like, oh, what do we do now? But it would be nice that we can do that. But I do not see that happening in any time soon. What I do see happening is companies like Dirty Boxing. I see more of those coming out, and that's okay too. That's okay too. I'm not mad at that. I'm not even mad at
baby.
Hey, there we go. I see the Dirty Boxing happening more. I see more of those fights going to start happening. So I'm not mad at that. Listen,
kind of back.
They can go do 3 fights over there, and you know what? It's gonna come down to. It's great because it's gonna come down to, hey, you might can get a better check here, or you might can get a better check there. You know why I'm happy about it? I'm happy about it because it gives the fighter options.
Stand with me. I got it.
And it is what it is. Maybe sometimes bare knuckle, maybe a kid ain't that attractive to bare knuckle in the market he's in or where he's at. And maybe BYB is, for example, Jared Grant. Great kid, one of our first intern champions in BKFC. And you know what? It slowed down. He got a loss. Slowed down. He was out of contract. Got an opportunity to be BYB. Why not? This is what he wants to do. Got an opportunity. Do it. He might go get a belt there, finish there, come back over here. So.
I love all that. And I know Chris is a good company man, has no opinion on that.
No, like I said, I already said what I thought about it, man. I'm glad they're doing their thing. Glad they're bringing more attention to the sport. I think we're better. I like our rules better. I like our ring better. I like everything we do better. But, I'm glad they're out there doing what they're doing. So just the more attention we can bring to bare knuckle, the better.
BKFC is definitely leading the way, and the production value is head and shoulders above the competition.
100%. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you, Jim. I'm glad to ask you that. I hated to break up your conversation. I'm sorry about the internet issues we had at the studio here at the Global Combat at the Tops. We got to work on that, Lolo. We work on our internet people.
All right, man. Look, Chris, I appreciate you, man, for stopping in. It was It was a pleasure, and I immediately were like, who else can we get? And you just popped into my mind, and I want to get more people like you to get, so people can understand your knowledge in the game and why you stand behind that microphone and speak behind that microphone, and why you say what you say, and how you speak about these fighters. I like that they know who Chris Lytle is, and that he has a book out, for anti-bullying, and he is a firefighter. I think, later on down the road, we'll get into some more of that. We'll push the bourbon. We'll push the anti-bullying.
Yes.
And, let's see what we can do. I'm 100% on board to help you with anything, brother. And we're making a commercial for that bourbon, and we're going to put it on here right here on the next show. It's going to be sponsored by Knockout Bourbon.
Lights Out Bourbon. Hey, you'll be seeing it this weekend, baby. I'll see you then. You have a good time until then, and I can't wait to talk to you guys. Thanks for letting me come hang out with you.
See you Friday.
Thank you, Chris. And boss, I want to say this, man. I mean, every time what a wonderful lineup tonight. Bryce Hall, man, fantastic interviews. Chris Lights Out Lytle, who really gave a lot of legitimacy to BKFC when they needed it. And him and Sean, we like the best in the business.
Oh yeah, for sure. This Lights Out, not only that, bro, he got in the ring.
Undefeated, by the way.
Yeah, he's
undefeated in bare-knuckle.
Put me in there, coach. Let me show these boys how to do it. And then
I love it. He was one of my first guys I interviewed, Nelson. And when I interviewed him a couple years ago, he said he thought no way he's doing bare-knuckle. Then he gets to watching it and he said, man, about halfway through, I got to do this.
Oh man, listen. Shouts out to my sponsors right here. Look, I gotta give them a shout.
Yes, we got to give the sponsors love. I wanted to ask you about the hoodie. Let's go. Laundry is not the only thing. Laundry is the only thing that should be separated by color, and I know where that comes from. Shout out to my guy over there, Dirty Laundry, Josh Chassis.
Yep.
Hey,
laundry
is the only thing that should be separated by color. Take that home with you. Put it in your pipe.
Put it in your pocket and remember it. That's dead.
Come on, bro. Hey, well, so before we go tonight, is there a message you want to shout out your sponsors, boss? Is there a message that you'd like to send? First of all, I know that the fighters watch. I hear a lot about the fighters all week. It's great to see the love you get from the fighter community, man. I mean, it's fantastic. Can't say it enough.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to the fighters. Shouts out to the team members that have put this all together. Shouts out to Dave. Shouts out to every component of the company that makes this happen. And believe it or not, the slightest little team member or someone that thinks they're small makes a big difference in the movement, in the smooth movement of the operation. So shouts out to them. And second of all, 2025, think about the things that held you back in 2024. You know what I'm saying? Think about those little things that set you back or made you to doubt yourself. Think about the little things that made you stumble, and focus on those things one by one and eliminate them this year. And you're gonna see a big difference. You're gonna see a great outcome. And always God first. Let's get it.
Yo, shout out to my boy Nelson. Let's go. Turn it up. He doing his thing.